I want you to do the same. If you're watching with us, if you're just now joining us, click share. And that's one of the biggest things you can do right now to help us, actually. So it's super easy. So I'm going to find it. This takes me, because we're tied to the account.
It doesn't show us things.
It doesn't. It's different for us. So it's way easier for you to share.
Turn it down. Sorry.
It still doesn't show up for me.
I just searched for it.
I think I'm just getting old. I think that's the problem, honestly. All right,
there you go. Oh, look at that. Marnie, Emily, Shelly. Hey, guys.
Already? Okay.
What's up? Good morning, Emily. Good morning. Man, this was a early morning for us.
So we're coming live right now from Knoxville, Tennessee.
We woke up in Hendersonville.
We did. We drove here this morning. We're going on vacation today.
Hey, Emily said starting in November she has Sundays off. Yay!
That makes me happy.
That's awesome. That way, when we start meeting in person, it's not going to be hard for you to come at all. That's exciting. So fun.
Look, am I crazy?
I don't know how to help you.
I'm going to do it on. Okay, y'all stand by. Stephanie's going to talk to you. I'm going to go on. I have to go on the actual computer.
Do you guys have any fun fall plans? Our fall plans got ruined.
No, they did. We're doing it right now.
We were supposed to go to a pumpkin patch yesterday, but Hurricane Delta.
I know. We thought we escaped all the hurricanes.
And now we're in Tennessee and we're still being affected by hurricanes. But praise the Lord, not enough. And I'm very thankful that it wasn't like a super strong one.
No, yeah, it
wasn't too bad. Howdy from Texas. Party. Hi, those are my parents, Lynn and Byron. Hi, guys. How you doing? You're not crazy.
There. I found it.
But you're sharing it as... You guys share it as yourself.
There it is. Yep.
Whew! One day, probably by the time...
Found it.
Probably by the time that we start meeting in person, Clint's going to figure it out, how to do it without... Good morning, Allison! I hope you're having a great morning. You guys, let us know, is there anybody else watching from somewhere that's not Tennessee or not Hendersonville? Not that... Hey, Adam! Hey, Adam!
We're in Knoxville right now.
Yeah.
Well, we just traded spaces. All right, I am good.
Okay, good.
We have shared.
We're good.
I am here. I don't have to do anything else.
Sarah and John are here. Hey, guys.
So yeah, let us know. Are you doing any fall break trips? We're in Gatlinburg right now. No, I'm sorry. We're going to be in Gatlinburg after this is over. We're at one of our best friends' house. What's up, Kathy? How are you doing, Miss Kathy? And so we're actually meeting up with some other church planter friends of mine who I think might be speaking to our church here in a few weeks.
Yeah.
But named Reeves and Jen Wilder. They just finished their service.
Yep. Hope Valley Church in Knoxville.
And we're connecting up with them, and then we're going to head over to Gatlinburg and spend 4 or 5 days over there in a cabin. And if we still remain friends with them after this is over, we will know that it's meant to be.
That is the test of friendship. Do you guys vacation with... This is our first time vacationing with friends.
With kids.
Yeah.
I'm nervous.
I mean, we lived with friends for 5 weeks. So I feel like if we can live with 10 people for 5 weeks, that 4 days is going to be nothing.
We can do anything.
I really think... I think that we're going to be good.
We can do anything if we can do that.
Yes.
So cool. Let us know. Are you doing any fall break trips? If you're not, what do you wish you were doing on fall break? I think that'd be a fair question. I wish we were going on a Disney cruise or Disney World.
Oh, Halloween at the high seas.
That'd be fun.
It'd be awesome.
It'd be a lot of fun.
One day. Maybe next October.
Yes.
Who knows what's going on?
So yeah, let us know what's going on. How's your weeks going?
Yeah.
I think we just want to talk with you guys. We don't get to have a lobby and hang out with you guys and get to know you guys and talk. So this is our lobby time on the internet. So
yes.
Here we go.
Good morning, Wanda. Wanda, I had so much fun meeting you. That was so good.
The kids will definitely be better with friends. I think that's good.
Yes, and we're doing it screen free, which we had lots of screens when we lived with people.
There. I have not checked my Twitter yet, which I only get on Twitter for sports news. If the Titans had 0 positive tests today and tomorrow, we get to have a game. See, Marnie. The Titans get to have a game on Tuesday night against the Bills, which, if you know anything about the Titans and Bills, that's going to be a fun matchup there. But we will watch the Titans game and that'll be our screen time.
Morning, Jim.
The Castellans are here.
Hey, P.S. If you're married and you're looking for a small group, Jen and Alex are starting one tonight. So just shoot her a message, Jen Castellan. Shoot her a message or tag her on here, and you can get more information on it.
Yeah. Jen, you're there. What? I don't know why my mom is sick.
Staff member has a birthday. Oh.
But a staff member, does that matter?
Y'all, Clint has been distraught over the Titans.
I am listen, you can't get mad at someone for getting sick.
No.
Especially during a pandemic. But dadgum.
Good morning, Jess.
I gotta look. What does this mean?
Hey, and if you have kids, the kids stuff, Oasis Kids is already live on YouTube and our website. We're going to be streaming it here later at 10:45. But if you have kids, make sure you check that out after this.
That ruined my dad said afraid so.
It did not ruin your vacation.
I don't want to forfeit a game. That is okay. I can't get into it. We're starting a new series today.
Highs and lows. This is a low of Clint's life. He's gonna have to figure out how to deal with it.
This is the lowest of lows within the last few months. I'm okay with it.
Yeah.
But we are starting.
Facility shut down.
They shut down again. But if it's
Joel,
if it's a staff member, they don't play. Yeah, and they're not.
I'm just telling
have to
you.
Be around everybody. This is crazy. I mean, it's crazy. Anyway, we're starting a new series called Highs and Lows today. I am so excited about this series because
really good.
It's super practical. And anybody is going to find, hopefully, a lot of rich content there that's really going to help you in a practical way. And so, although we're in Knoxville, we're not going anywhere until after the service is over. And so I really think if you tune in and just listen, I think you're going to learn a lot. Because no matter, we all know life is full of highs and lows, but what matters is our perspective. And that's what we're going to talk about today. And I'm super excited about it. I think the next few weeks are going to be great. Then after that, as of right now, this is what's happening now. This is pretty fluid. But we're going to, I've been working on some stuff for our next sermon series that I'm also super excited about. It's going to be called Spiritual Gifts.
Ooh, so drop your favorite GIF in the comments right now.
I'll comment. I can't comment. Will you comment?
I'll comment a GIF.
So reply to Stephanie's comment here with your favorite GIF that you use most often. Okay, so it's Spiritual GIF, GIF, not gift with a T. And we're going to be looking at how we can learn, take gifts and learn. It's going to be a series about emotions because you use gifts to communicate emotions all the time. We're going to be talking about emotions during this series, and I think it's going to be.
What one do I use the most?
And I use a lot from The Office.
Yes, I think I could have a full conversation with The Office gifts.
Yeah, absolutely.
I really do. I believe that.
And I'm super excited. I feel like I've been learning a lot about. There's a cycle that I've I don't know if I want to say discovered, but I have. God's been showing me a lot of stuff. I'm super excited about that. I think it's going to be a fun series.
I use this one a lot.
Yep, that one's good.
Okay, I'm putting one
add
in
to
the
this
reply.
thread down here. There's Stephanie posted a GIF comment thread. Why don't you pin that comment?
Oh, how do I do that?
I don't know.
Pin comment.
There you go. So put your favorite GIF in that comment thread because I think it's going to be really funny.
Yes.
Miss Driver, hello. I'm so glad you're with us today. Mom and Dad. Oh, wait.
Marnie's mom and dad.
This is them?
No, that's Joel.
I don't know if
she can see who's watching. No, she can see who's watching.
We can't see that right now. Yeah, okay. I see.
Right. Allie Wilson, if you're still watching, hello. I hope you're doing well.
One thing that would be really helpful, though, if you're watching this, there's right now that I can see there's 23 people watching. If every person could share this video right now, that would be a huge help. That helps tell Facebook, hey, people should watch this video, and by sharing. And so if y'all could do that for us, that would be a huge help. It doesn't cost you anything. Just say, hey, I'm watching Oasis this morning. Would you join me? You don't have to say that. Just share it. You don't have to say anything. But sharing it is a big deal.
Hey, Andrew and Emily.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday. Right? Yesterday?
Andrew's birthday was yesterday.
I hope it was great.
And, dude, wherever you were watching the football games yesterday,
looked real nice.
I need to watch some games there myself. So,
oh, especially when it gets chillier.
Oh yeah.
We had the fake fall, and now we're in like second summer, and we're going back to fall next week.
Yep.
It's been warm again, which is I'm just living like it's still cold and pushing my sleeves
wear a
up.
hoodie I just bought almost every day. I'm wearing it in today's message. I like it. I bought it, and I like it. Feelings. That's funny.
Oh my gosh, Kevin Smith. Hey,
what's up?
Alyssa Lopez, how fun. Go
man,
dogs.
I was going to say something.
Oh, was that from yesterday? Ruben actually cheered for the dogs because he liked that their mascot
was a bulldog.
dog.
I'm like, well, UT has a dog.
Ellie too. Ellie said, is that a dog? Go, dogs, go.
Yeah,
like,
we're not, we like UT. We lived in Knoxville for a season and really followed it when we lived. I did. I can't.
Him and his mouse in the pocket. I didn't.
But I'm more of an NFL guy. And that's why I'm so disappointed about the Titans right now. But anyway.
Hey. Next week, I hear feet. We're about to have a guest. Next week.
Lucy. I'm going to put money that Lucy's about to make an appearance.
Next week, October 18th from 3 to 5 at Rivergate Chick-fil-A, we are giving out free food. There's no strings attached. So if you need food, hello.
Was I right? I was right.
You were right. Okay, you want to say hi? You can say hi.
Here, look at this camera and say hi to everybody. That is Lucy.
So October 18th, 3 to 5 at the Chick-fil-A in Rivergate in their parking lot. We are going to be giving out free food.
It is not Chick-fil-A food.
It's not Chick-fil-A food.
I feel like I need to say that.
Probably better. I mean, different. It's like homemade, good Kathy sugar and spice food, which if you guys are local and have had Kathy Dennis Catering, you know it's really good.
Yeah.
So come. Either if you need food, come and get food. If you don't and you want to help us, come and help us.
Yes, please. And kids are welcome. This is
Our
a
kids
family
will be there.
thing. And so there's nothing that they can't do. They can do anything. And it's going to be safe. So it's all going to be drive-through.
Yes.
And so you shouldn't have any close interaction with anybody.
Yep.
And it should be great. And we're super excited about it. So, Ruben, please go. Okay, love you. All of the kids have now somehow lost.
If one comes, they all come.
Yep. There it is.
All of them.
Leadership right there.
Lucy's the leader.
Well, hey, we're going to go ahead and get started with the service. Hey, thanks for hanging out with us. And if you haven't shared yet, please share.
And hey, I don't want this to go by. If you guys need something for us to pray for, please go. I'm going to post a comment in just a second. And go there, fill out the prayer form. We would love to pray for you.
All right. So, hey, you're going to have a minute countdown. Go grab some coffee, get a snack. And sit back. The service is pretty short today. Mm-hmm. I think it's only like 35 minutes. Mm-hmm. And you can carve out some time. You make time all the time for games, for shows you like. Make some time for something that's going to pour into you, encourage you. And I promise it's going to set your week up in a great, great way. So, minute countdown. And go grab you something and then come back and worship with us. And, man, be involved today. All right?
Yep.
You got anything else you want to say?
No.
All right, love you guys. We'll see y'all next week, or really in like a minute. But it's no, never mind. They're laughing because we're not fooling anybody, okay? The service happens at another time because we don't have internet at our studio. All right, it's nighttime. I say tonight all the time, and I can't stop. I'm so sorry. She's making me shut up now. So anyway, I don't think I'm fooling any of you. But we're so glad you're with us. We'll be in the comments hanging out with you guys. All right? Yeah.
Welcome to Oasistn.church. We are so excited you're here. My name's Stephanie. I'm one of the pastors here, and I want to know where you're watching from. So let us know in the comments below. Just let us know where you're watching from. And if it's your very first time, we want to give you some coffee. So if you will text Oasistn to 94000, click the New Here button, fill out that form. We're going to shoot some coffee to you. We just want to know a little bit more about you, a little bit more about how we can serve you better. We're going to step into a time of worship. Listen, worship at home is different, and that's okay. Sit there, listen to the songs, let them into your heart, because whenever we worship, it moves everything out from around us and it lets God work inside of us. So I hope that this encourages you today.
There is no shadow that has ever overcome your light, and there is no rival that could ever stand against your might. You've always been with us. Every battle you've already won. Oh, you've already won. Yes, you have. Come on, put those hands together. Oh, thank you, Lord. There is no weapon that has ever left a mark on you. And there is no army with the power to conquer truth. You've always been with us. Yes, you have. Every battle you've already won. You've already won. Come on, say it. Show me. Show me one thing you can't do. Show me a mountain he can't move. He's the God of the breakthrough, and anything is possible. Oh, if you believe it, yes it is. Show me one thing that's too hard. Show me waters he can't part. He's the God of the breakthrough, and anything is possible. It's possible. Oh, yes it is. And there is a kingdom that's advancing at the speed of light. And in his kingdom, every dead thing is bound to rise. Oh God, our Redeemer, he is faithful to revive. Oh, he will revive. Come on, he's reviving something right now. Hey! Show me one thing he can't do. Show me a mountain he can't move. He's the God of the breakthrough, and anything is possible. Oh, we know he is. Show me one thing that's too hard. Show me waters he can't part. He's the God of the breakthrough, and anything is possible. Oh, we know it's possible in you, Lord. Yeah. Come on, this is our declaration. And all of my fear I will turn into praise. Shake off despair, I will sing out your name. A victory dance, I will dance out of faith. I will crush disappointment and break every chain. Yeah. Oh, all of my fear I will turn into praise. Shake off despair as I sing out your name. A victory dance, I will dance out of faith. I will crush disappointment and break every chain. All of my fear I will turn into praise. Shake off despair as I sing out your name.
Welcome back. I want to take just a second and share a couple of announcements with you guys. If you are a parent and you've got kids, take a second and check out Oasis Kids. We have some really fun content created specifically for your kids in mind. It's already live on our website or on our YouTube, and we're going to be streaming it here on Facebook after our service. So make sure you check that out. I promise your kids are going to love it. And on October 18th from 3 to 5 at the Chick-fil-A in Rivergate's parking lot, we are going to be giving meals away. No strings attached. We just want to be able to serve the community and meet a physical need. So if you are in the area, we would love for your help with that. We need lots of hands to make it happen. If you're not, you can partner with us financially. You can go to Oasistn.church/give, and you can give to the Give a Meal Fund. And it costs $2.50 to feed a person because we're matching dollar for dollar. So partner with us, help us make that happen. We are starting a brand new series today called Highs and Lows. If you haven't already, take just a second and click share so that people are going to hear this, because it's so applicable to this day and age that we're in, and we want people to be encouraged. So take a second, click share, and then stick around and check this out.
Well, welcome to another week of Oasis Online. We're so glad you're here with us today. Are y'all glad to be here today? Yeah. Very cool. I'm glad some of the team is here. I'm glad you're watching at home right now. And we hope that you're having an amazing week. But we're going to start a new series tonight. I am super excited about this series. I think every person listening to this can take away some practical helps from this. I've been excited about this for like a couple of months, this series. So anyway, we're going to dive straight in. It's called Highs and Lows. And so we're going to start off playing a little activity, little game, okay? So you'll hear some participation from the audience, but in the comment section, I want you to write high or low. I'm going to give you a person, an event, and does it represent a high event, like something that was good, or does it represent a low event, something that's bad? All right, do y'all understand what I'm saying here? Yeah. All right, here we go. First one, LeBron James going to the Lakers. Okay, nobody cares in here. In the comments section, was that a good thing? Was that a bad thing? They're in the finals right now. They're doing pretty good. They're probably going to win. Some people consider that a low moment. Some people consider that, if you're from Ohio, you're like, I can't stand that guy. All right, next one, iPhone. Yeah. It's a high, okay. iPhone, let me hear it on the comment section. What about Android? Low, all day. Low, all day. All right, low. All right, Instagram. Hi, yeah, everyone likes Instagram, right? Follow us at Oasistn.church, okay? And at Clint Lamberth, all right? So shout out there. All right, Facebook. I'm going to go low right now, okay? We're in a weird season on Facebook, and everyone, let me just help you. If you have an opinion, it is totally possible not to share it on Facebook. Did you know that? Isn't that crazy? So anyway, Facebook's a low for me. All right, what about 2020? Low? Low, okay, low. Let's be honest, low. All right, I'm going to drop a nuclear bomb. All right, so here's the deal. Be kind, everybody. The election. Yeah, okay, yeah, someone's laughing. I don't know of many people that are super excited about the election. All right, so that's another thing. All right, here's one that might be a little tricky. The voice of a 13-year-old boy. Is it high? Is it low? We don't know. Sometimes it's both at times, all right? So tonight we're going to be talking about highs and lows, your high points in life and your low points in life. Because here's what I know, and I got my little, look at this, it's TV today, but here's what I know. Here's the first thing we're going to put on here is life is full of highs and lows, but what matters is our perspective, because here's what I know. I know that everybody that's watching this, everybody in this room, your life has gone through many different highs and lows. But what matters is our perspective. All right, so I have a little graph to kind of demonstrate what I'm talking about, and we call this the dip. All right, so this can kind of illustrate our lives in a way. Our lives are we're either at a mountaintop right here, we're in a valley, we're at a low point, or we're on our way to one or the other, right? Like that can feel like what our life is like at many times. I remember that my wife and I, we've gone through several highs and lows, right? And I remember the day we got married, man, that day was up here, right? That was a high point in my life. And I remember watching Stephanie, she came down the aisle, and as soon as I could see her, I couldn't see her anymore because I was bawling my eyes out. I'm a crier, I'm an emotional guy, okay, I'll admit it. And That was the best day of my life. Loved that day. And I remember, fast forward, we go through our first year of marriage. And in our first year of marriage, we decide, hey, we want to try to start having kids. We've been best friends since the 8th grade, and so why not? Let's have kids, you know? And so we try to have kids, and it doesn't work out for a little bit. And then finally, we get a positive pregnancy test. I'm at night school at this time at Volunteer State right down the road over here. And I remember she called me 15 times. You remember this? I mean, I'm sitting in class, my phone's ringing. I'm like, someone better be dead, right? Like, this better be an emergency. So I step out of class, answer the phone, and she tells me, we're pregnant. Or not me, but she was pregnant, right? She's pregnant. And I left class. I went home. We celebrated. I remember us buying a gift to give to both of our sets of parents so that we could tell them that they were going to be grandparents. And man, that felt like we were right here. We were at the highest point in our lives. It was so exciting. And I remember we told our parents, we gave them little cards and like a little onesie, and it was just such a sweet time. And I remember not too long after we found out we were pregnant, I was at church one Sunday morning, and I get another phone call from Stephanie. And she says, hey, I think you need to come home. I think we're losing our baby. And in an instant, we went from here all the way down to here. And I remember finding out a couple days later that we lost our baby, and we were walking through a miscarriage. And maybe you have a similar story where you've had some really high points in your life, right? And in an instant, everything changed, and all of a sudden you find yourself in a valley, in a low point in life. Because, here's what I know. No matter where you are or what season you're in, what matters is your perspective. What matters is your perspective. And so tonight, we're going to talk about how to look at life through the proper lens. Because no matter where we are, our perspective should be viewed through the proper lens. No matter where you are in life, your perspective should be viewed through the proper lens. Because if you don't, you're not going to experience life the way God wants you to experience life. And so we're going to dive right in tonight. I'm going to get straight to the practical stuff, all right? We're going to be talking about the 3 truths of highs and lows. And here's the first truth. It's right here. Highs and lows, they are inevitable. Y'all say inevitable. It's kind of a hard word to say a little fast, right? And here's the deal. I don't know if you know me very well or if you know my mom. All right, my mom's not here tonight. She's watching her kids while we're here tonight. And if you know my mom will just tell you like it is. All right, she doesn't care. She doesn't care how it's going to make you feel. Like, she's just going to tell you straight up how it is. I remember there were many times when I was in high school, I would come out of my room and I'd have my outfit on, and my mom would look at me and just go back. You need to change. Like, that's just not working for you, you know? And thankfully, Jesus is like this. And the Bible is actually like this. Man, the Bible, it's a straight shooter. Jesus, he's a straight shooter. He's going to tell you like it is. And he says this in John 16. He says, here on earth, you will have many trials and sorrows. You will have many trials and sorrows. Listen, he's telling you straight up, listen, highs and lows, they're inevitable. You're going to have high points, right? But guess what? You're going to have some low points. Here on this earth, you will have many trials and sorrows. You cannot avoid it. And just like having a flat tire, right? Like, probably everybody that's driven, for the most part, you've had a flat tire. And if you haven't, guess what? You will have one at some point in your life. It's inevitable. We go through it. There are things in life that everybody faces. And those things are highs and lows. Highs and lows, they're inevitable. Here on this earth, you will have many, not just a few. You're going to have a lot of trials, and you're going to have a lot of sorrows because they're inevitable. But here's the deal. Many of us don't care that the highs are inevitable, right? Like, you're like, great. Some of you are thinking in 2020 right now, you've had a tough year. You're like, God, I could use an inevitable high right now. You know what I'm saying? Right now, I feel like I'm in a valley, but it's coming. So if that's you, if you feel like you're in a low point right now, I want to encourage you. Highs, they're inevitable. You're going to have them. But you're also going to have some lows too. So the first thing is this: highs and lows, they're inevitable. Here's the second thing we know. Second truth about highs and lows. Highs and lows, they are necessary. Y'all say necessary. Necessary. Now, see, that one's not hard to say. That one's hard to spell. I don't know if I've ever been able to spell necessary correctly the first time. Before I had an iPhone, shout out to iPhone again, right? Before autocorrect came out, never spelled that right. I just avoided using the word the entire time because I didn't want to send a weird word to my friends. So anyway, highs and lows, they're inevitable. They're necessary. Now, how many of y'all know who The Rock is? Come on, anybody? Raise your hands. Okay, thank you. All right, Rock. The Rock, he's awesome. In my opinion, started off as a terrible actor, okay? Scorpion King. Do we remember this movie? Awful, right? Like, I'm not going to lie, terrible. That man, Dwayne The Rock Johnson, gets the most improved actor award of his lifetime. I love his movies now. I'm not going to lie, not ashamed to admit it. Jumanji, hilarious. Love it. We love The Rock, right? And if you've seen The Rock before, you know why that dude is called The Rock. Because he looks like me. You know what I'm saying? He doesn't look like me at all. That dude is cut. He's chiseled. I mean, that man is a specimen. I mean, he's a big old gentleman. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's big, he's strong, he's cut. But that doesn't happen by accident, right? Like, of course, you would look at him and go, he works out, he knows what he's doing. That man can get it done in the gym. But not only does he work out, he also has to eat right to get that type of body, to get his body to do that. I haven't quite figured that out yet, but that man can do it. So I wanted to walk you through what a daily meal regimen that The Rock goes through. Y'all ready for this? This is insane. Here we go. Meal number one, a 10-ounce steak. Rolling out of bed, eating a 10-ounce steak. Come on, somebody, that's good. But we're not done. 10-ounce steak, 2 cups of oatmeal, 3 egg whites, 1 whole egg, and 1 glass of watermelon juice. That sounds like a pregnant woman eating. All right, meal number 2. Here it is. 2 servings of chicken, 2 whole bell peppers, 3 cups of mushrooms, 3 cups of broccoli, and 1 protein shake. That's meal number 2. Meal number 3, 8 ounces of salmon, 8 asparagus tips, 2 whole eggs, 2 cups of rice medley, and 3 cups of broccoli. Now let's move on to meal 4. All right, we got 5 meals. Here's meal 4. Another 10-ounce steak. Y'all listen to this. 3 baked potatoes. I mean, that's 8 asparagus tips and then 1 glass of orange juice. And then the 5th meal of the day is this: 20 grams of casein protein. I don't even know if that's right. Is that right? I'm looking at a person in med school. I have no idea. Casein protein, and then 10 egg whites to round out the day. That is what is required. That is what is necessary for The Rock to be The Rock. All right? But we all know this. And if you follow The Rock on Instagram, you see Fridays are his infamous cheat days. All right? So he does this Sunday through Thursday, right? Or I'm sorry, Saturday through Thursday. He eats like this. On Friday nights, that dude gets to chow down. Because what he does during the week is necessary. But also, we got to know, cheat days, they're necessary. You can't be perfect all the time. You know what I'm saying? Let me give you an example of one of the epic Rock cheat days. This will bless your heart right here, okay? Here's a cheat meal for The Rock. 12 pancakes. Well, this is all one meal. 12 pancakes, 4 pizzas, and 21 brownies. Y'all check this picture out. I got it from his Instagram. Look at this. First of all, my man is cut. All right, so he's doing something right. That's a whole stack of pancakes. Look at right here, all of his pizzas, and then 24 or 21 brownies, plus like a glass of milk or something right there. That is what I'm talking about right there, okay? Because here's what I know. It's necessary to eat the good stuff. It's also necessary to live a little. You know what I'm saying? Even The Rock wants to live a little. And here's what I know about highs and lows. Highs are necessary, but so are lows. And sometimes we think that the low points in life, they last too long and all this stuff. But guess what?
They're necessary for who we become in life. Here's what it says in James chapter 1. It says this, dear brothers and sisters, because again, troubles are going to come. When troubles of any kind come your way, consider it an opportunity for great joy. For you know that when your faith is tested, your endurance has a chance to grow. So let it grow. For when your endurance is fully developed, you will be perfect and complete, needing nothing. Here's what I know. Everybody on earth wants to be perfect, complete, and needing nothing. You don't want to lack anything. You don't want to change anything else about yourself, and you want to be whole. You want to be complete. God built that inside of you. But in order to get there, you have to go through highs and lows. They're necessary. You can't have only one. You have to have both. They're necessary. That is how you become perfect and complete and lacking or needing nothing. So highs and lows, they're inevitable. Highs and lows are necessary. And the last thing is this, highs and lows are seasonal. Y'all say seasonal. Seasonal. Easy to say and easy to spell. There you go, everybody, if you're taking notes. They're seasonal. Now, we grew up in Tennessee, my wife and I, and we were used to having seasons. By the way, shout out to fall. Come on, somebody. Fall is awesome. We brought in chili tonight. It was 85 degrees today. We're in a weird warm spell. We brought in chili, all kinds of fun stuff tonight because it's fall. And we want to celebrate fall. 2020, we're celebrating fall. No matter what you got coming at us, we're celebrating fall. But we're used to having seasons because we grew up here. Well, Stephanie and I, we spent 4.5, 5 years down in South Florida. Loved our time in South Florida. But let me tell you about Florida. Florida ain't got no seasons. They got like real hot and like freaking hot. You know what I'm saying? Like there's two hots. There's like, oh my gosh, I'm going to die. I feel like I'm going to Hades right now. Or you got, I can manage this for 5 minutes to walk into Publix, right? Like that's it. I'm telling you, if it dips below 60 degrees in Florida, people are breaking out parkas. They got wool lined stuff on, boots. I mean, the whole thing. We didn't experience seasons in Florida, and it was awful sometimes because it was like, when is this heat going to end? You get in your car. We had leather seats in my car. My car didn't have tinted windows. Oh, if you live in Florida, please get tinted windows, okay? Let me just tell you, you don't want to experience this. It was so hot in the summertime, I'd get in the car, and a little bitty piece of my skin would catch that leather seat, make a preacher cuss, right? I'm telling you, so hot, you can't handle it. But there were no seasons. And here we are. We moved back to Tennessee. We moved in the springtime. We got to watch it change from springtime into summertime. And our summer, I feel like, was pretty mild this summer. It wasn't bad, right? Like, it was pretty good. And now I built a fire pit in my backyard because the temperature dropped below 60 like one day. I'm like, babe, I'm going to go build a fire pit today. I built a fire pit. I've already built some fires out there because I'm just excited about seasons. But guess what? At some point, fall is going to lose its new car scent, right? Like, it's cold. The leaves are all now gone. Everything looks dead. It's really cold, but it's not really that cold to like bust out on your winter gear. And you're like, all right, I'm kind of done with fall. I'm ready for the winter to get here. I'm ready for Christmas. Everyone loves Christmas, right? Who's already playing Christmas music? Comment down below because we will block you. Give Thanksgiving the time it needs. Christmas music is enjoyed after Thanksgiving, in my opinion. All right. Anyway, you get sick of fall a little bit, and you're like, all right, I'm ready for Christmas. I'm ready for the new year. I'm ready for snow, right? All this stuff. Then winter comes, like, man, this is awesome. I love it. I got hot chocolate. I hear Christmas carols playing everywhere. My birthday's in the winter, so that's always awesome. And so you get to experience all this stuff, but man, come January, February, it's wet. It hasn't snowed at all. They've threatened to snow, right? It hasn't snowed at all. And you get tired of wintertime, like, man, I would love my grass to grow back. I love some green in my life, some of the trees that come back, right? I'd love to not wear the same coat I've worn 600 times already. And you're ready for winter to be over. You're looking forward to spring. Then spring comes. Spring is so beautiful. It's amazing. That means school's kind of letting out soon and all these things, And so you go through all these different seasons. And then all of a sudden, spring in Tennessee, the weather gets bananas. Like one day it's like 40, the next day there's a tornado warning somehow, and you all of a sudden like spring's terrible. Like I need the summer to come back, right? You get to the summer, it gets too hot, and all of a sudden you're like, man, I wish fall was here. And things come in seasons, right? But the good news about seasons is that they have a beginning and they have an end. Right? There is a beginning of summer. There's an end of summer. There's a beginning of fall. There's an end of, listen, things that are seasonal have a beginning and end. And I just want to tell you, highs and lows are seasonal. If you're on a high right now, I just want to let you, we're going to talk about this next week. If you're in a high, I want you to know it's seasonal. It won't last forever. If you're in a low, let me encourage you. It's just a season. It's just a season. You can do it. You can get through this, I promise. It has an ending. It's just a season. And let me tell you, that season is not wasted on you. If you're in a low season, the season is not going to be wasted on you. Here's what the Bible tells us in Romans chapter 8. It says this, and we know. I want you to not just think this is I want you to know this. I want you to be confident in this tonight. And we know that God causes everything to work together for the good of those who love God and are called according to his purpose for them. Here's the deal. God is not a God that wastes seasons in your life. He will use this season. If you're in a low season, I want you to hear me. He will use it for his good. He will use it if you give him the chance. But you have to know that it's seasonal. Your highs and lows, they're seasonal. So highs and lows, they're inevitable. Highs and lows are necessary. And highs and lows are seasonal. But here's what I want you to leave knowing tonight is that highs and lows are best viewed from God's perspective. From God's perspective. See, we talked about at the beginning, life is full of highs and lows, but what matters is our perspective. But I want you to know that highs and lows are not best viewed from your perspective. Mm-hmm. Highs and lows are best viewed from God's perspective. So I want to show you a few pictures. And maybe this is you tonight. Maybe you are weirdly in 2020 in a high season of your life. Man, this is great. My business is doing awesome. My family's doing great. And hey, there's nothing wrong. I'm not trying to downplay what you're going through. I think that's amazing. If you can have an amazing year in 2020, write a book. All right, you're going to be rich because if you can figure that out, that's awesome. But some of you are. Maybe you just found out you're pregnant and you've been trying for so long. Maybe you finally met the one that you're going to marry one day. Maybe you did get a job promotion and things are just going well. There's nothing wrong with that. But here's your perspective. You can see for miles and miles and you have this awesome view, right? That's your perspective. And that's great. Take it in. Enjoy it. But some of you are like this. This is Death Valley. It's one of the lowest parts on earth. And you feel like this. There's nothing really growing down here. You can see the beautiful mountains off in the distance, and you long to just get out of here so you can be up here. And that's your perspective. You're in a low point in life. You don't know what to do. It feels like it lasts forever. It's hot. You don't have anything to drink. You're walking all day long, and you're still in the valley. Let me remind you, though, it's seasonal. But this is your perspective right here. You don't have an awesome view. You're not enjoying the reward of getting to the top of a mountain. And that's your perspective. But remember, highs and lows, they're best viewed from God's perspective. And here's what God sees. He sees this. You see, this picture is really a picture of Mount Everest. And it's the tallest mountain on earth. And you don't even know where it is. And I'm sure there's some pretty deep valleys in this picture too. But you don't know where those are either. Because in God's perspective, all he sees is you. He doesn't see highs. He doesn't see lows. He sees the big picture. And the big picture doesn't have highs and lows. God's with you exactly where you are. I want you to know, God sees you exactly where you are. He sees the big picture. We only see a tiny piece of the picture when we're on a mountaintop or we're in a valley. But God sees the big picture. And he sees you in that picture. I love this quote by Brent Crowe. He says this: God is big enough to be above all circumstances, but personal enough to be in all circumstances. I love that because that's true. Not only does God see the big picture and he's orchestrating this big picture, right? But he's also with you right now, no matter where you are. And that kind of comes at two sides. If you're on a mountaintop and you're on a high tonight, understand God's with you. Don't forget that. It's easy to forget that when you're on the mountaintop. But if you're in a low tonight, don't forget that. God is with you right now. The God that created everything out of nothing, he's with you. He's walking with you. Sometimes he's carrying you through this. And he's with you right now. And maybe some people that are watching right now, man, you feel like your whole life has been a low. You feel like your whole life you've been missing something, right? Like you can't climb the mountain. And you can't fully take it in. And you feel like that verse we talked about, how you'll be complete. You don't ever feel complete. And I would just ask you, have you ever made the decision to follow Jesus and give your life to Jesus? Because until you do that, you'll never feel complete. You will always lack something. And I just want to ask you, tonight, do you want to make that decision? To put your faith in Jesus? Because let me tell you, climbing up to a mountaintop is a whole lot harder when you don't have Jesus. And walking through a valley is much harder when you don't have Jesus. But when you have him, I'm telling you, there's always movement. And he's always the constant thing that you've been looking for. So tonight, if that's you, I want to give you the opportunity to make that decision and to invite Jesus into your life. And you can just pray this prayer in your heart right now. Say, dear God, I need you. I need you to come into my life and be Lord in my life. And in the best way I know how, I'll follow you. In Jesus' name, amen. Come on, y'all give a hand for the people that prayed that prayer. We're so proud of you. God is with you, right? That's the best decision you've ever made. And so if you made that decision today, I want you to text Oasistn to 94,000. And you can click a form that says, I want to follow Jesus right there, and let us know, because we want to come alongside of you and we want to help you take your next step. But hey, thank you for tuning in for Highs and Lows. Next week, we're going to talk about how to handle the highs. It's going to be amazing right here on Facebook Live or YouTube Live. You can find us at 10 a.m. every single week, or listen to our podcast throughout the week. We have a podcast that goes up on Sunday mornings as well. And we'd love for you to hear this, because I think it's going to encourage you, inspire you. So we'll see you back next week. We love you guys. Have a great week.